Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if y'all can hear me, see me, all that stuff. Because YouTube is weird. Don't forget to switch from top chat to live chat. Hey, oh Lord, there's a lot of people here. Hold on 1 second. Sharemare, Wendy, Stevie's, hi. Nikki, Cindy Luhu, hey you. PJ's Not So Secret Diary. That was a good video earlier, by the way. I laughed a little bit. Um, Ballistic, hi. Man, I had my window open this morning and we had a couple bugs come in here. Fun times. Fun times. Hey, Sens, how you doing? Ballistic, Akashic. I can speak today. Barrett, how you doing? Christy, how you doing? Jennifer P. Jackie Hall, hi. Megs. Hello to everyone. Oh yeah. All right, so house cleaning. Just a little bit of house cleaning before we get started. I show the makeup in these videos just in case somebody's watching and they're currently in a situation that is bad for them. I'm not trying to be like Bailey Syrian. That's not happening. And if you are a supporter of Benny Keys and you come at me with that bullshit, I'm going to just say that's some bullshit. I like Bailey Syrian, and I am not trying to be her. This is the palette I'm using right now, the Whatever palette. I thought it was fitting. This is what it looks like, and I used these colors right here. Right there. That quad right there. The lippy I used, if I can read it because the lettering is really, really tiny, is Prairie Home. I like this. I like this a lot. It's like got a reddish color to it. It's nice. And it stays. Not even any transfer onto my coffee cup. Just saying. And now let's see if I can read this extraordinarily tiny. Yeah, this is called Dirty Talk. Hey JJ, how you doing? This is like a metallic gold, and I like it. And on the top of my lid, that was in the water line, and on the top of my lid, I used this red color. I feel like, hey Jackie Hall, Megs. I don't know if I said hi. There are so many people that, hey Caddy, how you doing? And Christ Conflict. Okay, alrighty. And at some point, I will probably be using this because I have to. I have to share the things right quick. I'm just going to slow this down for the mods right quick while I'm here. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Bailey Syrian's good, and I am not trying to be Bailey Syrian. And that's just ridiculous to have somebody accuse me of that. I wish I had her makeup skills. Shit. That woman can do her makeup without even like looking to see what she's doing. Kidding me? All right. Hello. Facebook. Every single time. sometime this century would be cool. Maybe? Okay. All right. All right. Wait, I was gonna. Um, all right. All righty. What brand is a lippy? ColourPop. I only have 2 brands of makeup that I can actually wear, and that's ColourPop and Jovia's Place. So typically I'm wearing ColourPop. Hi, Ian. You can come say hi later, okay? Not right now. Okay. So, you okay? Yeah, so it's oh my god, the lettering is so small. Hold on one second. This is a lippy stick. This was part of a collection, but I don't know which one. And it is Prairie Home Matte. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't say what collection this was with, but I like it. It's a good color. Um, hey Tracy, how you doing? Um, hey Leanne, how you doing? Okay, so some more. So you may not see, and if you look in the comments, you may not see the response from Benny Keys, but apparently I am a hoe and a skank. He's a victim's advocate, but I'm a hoe and a skank. Just putting that out there. He's a victim's advocate, but he's verbally abusive to women. But he's a victim's advocate. Funny, very funny. All right, so, okay. I'm offering this space to hopefully help people have a space where people can talk about things that are going on the YouTubes right now. Oh boy, there's a whole. The chat just. I got whiplash. Hold on one second, y'all. Thank you, Akashic. I hope I do because I don't take a lot of time doing my makeup. She is very trained and very amazing. Yep, Shermer, it is ColourPop. I only have 4 things from Jovia's Place at the moment. Everything else is ColourPop. It was in, I think, the comment section of yesterday's stream? Or the most recent stream, I do believe. Hey, Julie Virgo. Thank you for Julie Virgo made the thumbnail for this stream. Thank you. And thank you for the help sizing it so I could actually use it. I mean, I'm doing the quick, fast, and dirty. Like, I have a 3-year-old, so I don't have a lot of time to sit and just play with makeup. Is whose channel gone? What? Hey, Selfie Queen, how you doing? Who are you all talking about? I have no idea what's happening right now. It just jumped again, just when I thought I got caught up. No. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Hey, Charlotte, how you doing? So, hello, Joey D. what I figured we'd do is have kind of an open panel. The mushrooms are kicking in. You do know that I can't do things like that because it could kill me? What? So I'm going to drop the link, but there are rules. When I thought of doing this, and Julie Virgo was, and other people were there when I got the idea to do this. There will be rules. These rules would be, hey, police wife, how you doing? Good to see you here. Oh, Lord, here it goes again. Hey, Candace and Hales. Hey, everybody. So what the rules will be no victim shaming, victim blaming, slut shaming, homophobia, transphobia, gay bashing, ableism, all of that, right? Lord have mercy. Okay. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Okay, so certain people I have given every possible chance to and will not be accepted onto this panel, and you know who the fuck you are. So don't even try, because you're not going to get anywhere. That being said, if you come up, in the backstage and you want to come up on panel, you will have to show me your face to get up on panel. I will not record that. I will not share your image with anyone without your consent. But this is just, how we have to roll. And we don't really have a choice. Many of you know what I'm talking about. My hope is that we can have this conversation and maybe allow people to have some space to speak and heal and, kind of come up out of this maybe more together instead of being more fractured, if that makes sense. Hey, Hatter, how you doing? Okay. All right. So also the rules. No yelling at people. No yelling over people. I will mute you. And if you get real offensive, I will just kick you. All right? Understand, don't take the shit personally. Don't get butthurt if you start being rude. If you choose to be rude, then you choose to be kicked. That's on you. It's not on me. Joey D, there has been stuff going on. And there will be a lot of stuff talked about. And part of what I'm going to be talking about also is the fact that how men treat women on the internet is beyond fucked. That's part of it. That's just part of it. But we're also going to be talking about protecting people who are obviously negative, going out of your way to protect them and hurt other people in the process, not even giving a fuck because you have your narrative you want to spin and you want things to go your way, the way you want them to go, and you hurt people in the process. And those people know who they are. So we're also going to be talking about, it's going to be a lot. Okay, there's going to be KJ, her basically being stalked by someone, and that someone being protected. And God forbid if anyone says, hey, this seems sketch, here's my opinion, then that person is attacked. We all have a right to have our opinions, right? We all have a right to express our opinions. All of us. And these people who were kind of the ringleaders of the attacking, they don't want anyone policing them, but they will try to police everyone else. And I've seen this. Really, we've all seen this. There's way more that will come up. Like way more. Okay. Yes. We have the right to have our opinions, and we have the right to talk about our opinions. And I may have just a small, wee, little tiny channel, but it doesn't matter. My opinions are still valid, and so is everyone else's. Okay? I know, JJ, I hate that term too. I really do. But it's true. I don't know, PJ. Yes, but it's not, she's not the focal point of this. There's a lot of feces that's been flying around for quite a while. So, supposedly there is. But the FBI more than likely is going to have a lot on their plate. And a lot of the time, they'll just kick you to your local PD or sheriff's department or something like that for things like this. So, but at least if you get paper trail, if you are cyberbullied, cyberstalked, etc., you at least want to try to get a paper trail going with the FBI. That doesn't mean that they're actually actively looking into it, if that makes sense. You have more than likely more luck with your local PD and your sheriff's department, but you need that paper trail. You need that documentation. See, that sucks. That's not even right. It just jumped. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to keep up. I mean, yes, for many different reasons. Yes. I'm going to drop the link in a minute, and when I tell you that I will tolerate no bullshit, I am not even kidding. So just don't even try. Because me, I'll just laugh. All right? You tried that shit that you tried with Josh? Bitch, please. Yes. That there's, well, also in CP and stuff like that. Like there's priorities. You know what I mean? 3, are you okay? I hope you have munchies with you, Christ Conflict, because, apparently that's a thing. So, yes, exactly. Now, if anyone needs an explanation on what any of these rules are, let me know now, because I'm about to drop the link, and once we get started, I'm not going to pause to explain things to you, okay? And when I say no homophobia or gay bashing or transphobia or sexism or misogyny or victim shaming, I fucking mean it. I mean it. I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. Hey, Vlad Impaler. Jesus Christ. Yes, you should. Yeah. I like his Sims videos. You're making me want to play The Sims again. I don't know if he's here, but he's making me want to play Sims. I got myself out of it. He's trying to suck me back into it. All right. So if you try to get on a sock account and come up on here verbally abusing people, no. Nope. Yeah, that's a lot of the time that's not typically how it goes. I mean, if it's bad enough, it will, but it's and that is Josh's channel. We don't have Boston markets here. Look. Shut it. I miss Boston Market. That stuff was good. Like at the actual store. Restaurants. Among Us. I haven't even got a chance to play that game yet. It's Hey Wanda Stevie's. Did I say hi to you already? I don't know. Okay. Is that the right thing? I think it is. All right. No food talk until the end. No food talk until the end. Save that for the end. Like toward the end, we can talk about food. I can see that you are you and you can take your face off now. Okay.
Well, hello, words have power. It is a genuine pleasure to finally talk to you.
Hey, what's up? Can everyone hear him? I'm just trying to make sure that everything is working right.
No, that's fine.
Oh Lord. Yeah, okay, good. Right on. And it just jumped again. Yeah, so there's been a lot going on, and we can have more than one person up here at a time. That's fine. Anyone who wants to jump up who is not a douche.
That I hope a lot of people see this as an opportunity to kind of redirect their behaviors and directions that they may be going now.
Yeah, it's, what in the hell? Hold on 1 second. Hello? These headphones suck, by the way. Yeah, there's been a lot going on, and when I say a lot, it's way more than just even the KJ or anti-KJ community. There's a lot with how men treat women as well, and we're gonna get into that with the whole Benny Keys and all that shit. We're gonna get to some shit, is what I'm saying, because I'm tired of it. Remember the rules. I have to see your face for just a second, but I will not share that. Right on, baby. I got you.
Yes, legit people.
Okay.
She screamed me first.
You okay? Hey,
Wanted
Cindy.
Cindy selfie? Hi.
I just wanted to be a part of the discussion.
Mm.
It's gotten really ugly, and a lot of us have been scared into silence about a lot of it, especially the creators. I've wanted to make videos for a very long time, but I've been scared to because, and especially when Charlotte was stopped, that
Cindy, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Yeah, you're really fuzzy. I wasn't sure if it was my headset, or if it's like on your end, but it sounds to me like you're really
I'm
fuzzy.
pretty sure it's Cindy.
Hold on, let me try.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
oh, go
there have
ahead,
been a
Kelly.
lot of, huh?
I was saying, go ahead. I was about to say something, but no, you go ahead.
There have been a lot of people who've been expressing for a while that, right on, Shamir, that they, want to express their own opinion, but they're scared. They've been intimidated into silence, and that's not fair, dude. That's some shit that KJ would pull. Why y'all want to be like KJ? What the hell? That's what you're doing when you're like, nobody can question anything. When there are valid reasons to question things.
Right.
I don't know. It's just inappropriate, I think. Like, nobody on here can be the YouTube police. We can call out bad behavior, sure, but just,
Well, in regards to, what you're talking about, I just think there's a lack of integrity. There's just a lack of respect where certain just basic rules of civility, just being totally overlooked. And the only thing I can relate it to is, clicks for views, the views get the money generates, everything evil.
yeah, I mean, my channel isn't monetized, and I don't really have hope that, my channel or videos will be monetized because of the things I talk about, right?
Well, I didn't mean like channels like yours. I just mean channels or certain
In general,
content makers that actively
right,
seek out people to attack. I
right,
mean,
right.
I've never seen such a proactive mannerism before in this type of venue.
Yeah, I mean, it's been weird. For example, someone we all know, started receiving death threats and threats against that person's family, and like just foul things were happening. And, that person was basically ridiculed for expressing their discomfort. And that is fucked up. And the people who were ridiculing this person, they're supposed to be friends with that person. That's how you treat a friend? God damn. Really? I
Well,
mean,
if you don't have any integrity, I mean, what is a friend when you lack integrity? It's just another person as a means to an end.
yeah, right.
I don't think that people are really appreciating the impact that their actions are having, not just on the person that they're attacking, but those around that person as well.
Yeah, very much. Well, like with little Red, what people are saying about her now, that's just
You
really
know what I got to say
inappropriate.
about that? I
I don't.
definitely must still love her because old Gary would have been laughing right now, but I really feel sorry for her. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to have that weight on their over their head like that. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And as bad as she threw me under the bus, I still would never wish that on her. I still love her. I mean, I still care about her. I would just never speak to her again.
Well, I mean, everyone has their faults, but like, you can only speculate really on what's going on, and doing it so hatefully is just that's not going to achieve anything positive. And
But
I
I
don't
will
think they'll.
say if you're listening, Lil Red, it's not about how you start off that matters, but it's how you finish the count. Whatever's behind you is behind you. Whatever's in front of you today, you have a choice to put it behind you tomorrow. And I wish you well.
Um, there's some stuff that I don't even really want to necessarily get into. Um, basically, people are kicking her while she might be down, and that is
Right?
the definition of bullying. I think one of them.
No, that's the
um,
definition of punk, in my opinion. But go ahead.
well, that too. Dude, yeah, that too. So, I don't. I would like to see something positive come up out of this for everyone. If there, Charlotte read out. I don't remember who had written this thread, but Charlotte had read out this thread that somebody sat down and wrote out, and it was the way to do an apology for real and mean it. I was like, damn, that is like a sit down, come to Jesus, humbling moment right there. That's how you do an apology.
I remember when you put that in chat. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Because I was like, most people, well, they're wishy-washy. I'm so sorry. 5 seconds later, they're doing the same exact thing. It's, hey, Froggy. Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, JJ.
It is, it's wrong to just some of the behavior that I've seen going down. I'm just like, damn, dude, talking crap about someone's looks, things like that nobody can control.
Yeah, but for some people, I mean, that lack the, ability to think outside of the box and be creative, they're going to go for the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
So if they can find, oh, I can talk about their nose or their chin or whatever, and not even be colorful with it, but just attack it. And yeah, that's a bully. Bullies do not like challenges.
And that's part of the reason I'm ow. That's
That was
part of the
loud.
reason. Yeah. That's part of the reason I'm doing this and I'm hoping that everyone here and everyone who sees this, can we all agree to just stop with the attempts at policing and bullying and all this weird, you want to be part of the CIA BS, and just behave as an adult would. Can we all do that? Is my point.
True.
I don't know if that's possible.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm being
gonna
honest.
mute.
I'm being objective.
Huh?
Like, age is relative.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself and Christ Conflict and let Selfie Queen speak.
You guys have to wait before you. Can you tell me if you can hear me? Because my mics suck really bad. You can hear me without me breaking up?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you. I'll let you know if it breaks up. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I just really I had said before. I guess you guys couldn't hear me. I had wanted to start making content for a long time. I had been watching YouTube for many years. I had created a channel in 2017, and I watched all kinds of videos. My favorite was makeup, watching tutorials and all that. I really didn't know anything about commentary or any of that. It was makeup and true crime, because I'm like into the horror genre and that's my thing. Anyway, when I got into the commentary and I started seeing all the Katie Joy stuff, it opened up a whole different world to me. Things that I had never known existed. I know about trolling, but I had never known this level of hatred and bullying and harassment was even existed until I became involved in this community. And I got scared. I got scared and I didn't want to make content because not really for me, for my family. I was afraid that my sons would be targeted, that their faces would be plastered everywhere, and I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that kind of backlash for them. And now just seeing how much worse it's gotten, to me the worst part is not being able to give your opinion. If your opinion goes against the masses, you're public enemy number one, and they not only want to crucify you, but they want to dox you and they want to scare you into silence. And I've never been used to that. I've always been used to being able to speak my opinion. I always try to do so respectfully, but even being respectful, people seem to take offense to that. And what I don't understand is some people feel like their opinion can be stated and is valid, but if your opinion is against that, you have to be quiet. You can't speak. And I think the best debates are done with conflicting views, with respect. Each person is given their time to speak. They give their point of view. You don't have to agree, but a mutual respect is had. And that has been lost in this community, not only in the anti-KJ community, but on YouTube on a whole, and on Twitter. And it's just crazy. And it has gotten to a whole other level when homophobia and racism and bullying is allowed on these platforms, and excuses are made for it, and grace is given to people because of people's own fears or their own biases or their own insecurities. But when do we say enough is enough? And who's allowed to be able to be bullied and who isn't? Which group? Now it's, well, people with certain mental health shouldn't be spoken about, but somebody with autism like Josh is fair game. No, it should be across the board. If we're going to respect certain criteria, let's respect certain criteria. But it's as if you're someone I like, you're off limits. But if you're someone I don't like, have at 'em. And where I come from, that's straight bullshit. I'm sorry, excuse my language, that's straight bullshit. You speak the truth all the time, or you shut the fuck up. Seriously. If you have certain views or morals and ethics, then you keep to that. But if they switch every day, every week, according to your mood or according to who your friend is now, you're full of shit. And I don't listen to anything you have to say. Sorry, but that's just how I feel about it. And what was done yesterday with the FU and all these other people being thrown in. Charlotte hasn't even spoken about people. And somehow she's our ringleader. She's our mob boss. We're in a criminal enterprise. It's quite hilarious, the things that we're called, shit. I wish I was getting some money or some benefits from all this stuff that I'm involved in. Like, can I get some medical out of this? My medical sucks. Like,
Yeah,
anyway,
I mean, I could use some medical.
yeah. I just wanted to say that you can unmute yourselves. Sorry, I just had
Right,
to
right.
get that out. It's so upsetting. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing this for, because people have been keeping it all in, and that's
Yeah.
never a healthy thing. And now there's a chance for people to let it out and, say what you need to say, speak your grievances, do it now while you can. And the more people who do it, the less power bullies and mean girls and all that shit will have if everyone is speaking up.
Right. And of course it's going to be said that we're continuing with the BS or whatever. And that's not the case. It's being able to speak your mind. It's yesterday what I saw on that live that was done. First of all, speculating about addiction is never okay. Second of all, addiction shaming is never okay. So she was dead wrong with that. I just, and
Yeah,
that goes to show
that's
the mean. You're mean. You're angry at somebody. So we're gonna hit them below the belt. Not only are we gonna hit them below the belt, we're gonna spin them around and stick a dagger in their back. And while we do that, we're gonna uppercut them like they just keep coming at you from every
mhm.
angle. No, hell no.
Yeah, no, that was pretty horrible. That was really ugly and nasty.
Yeah, it
Um,
was. Hi, Little Red.
Hey y'all, how are you?
How are you,
Good. How you
sweetie?
doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Sorry for what happened. You know, with
Oh, it's
Yeah,
certain
so
people.
fine.
sorry. So
It's
sorry
okay.
about that.
Look, my skin's thickened. I'm used to it by now. Seriously, isn't that sad that you have to be used to that?
Yeah, it is.
Um, dude, and I hear what everyone was saying. I saw it, but and I know it was. Some people were worried for me. Dude, I was staying up. I was trying to stay up. I had no business getting on camera. I was drunk. Um, but to get on camera and say I was shooting heroin on camera, like, are you kidding me? While slurring your words. I think that was a bad decision she made to do that video. I was kind of shocked, but you know, whatever. I appreciate y'all
And
all being here and support. I love y'all. I love this whole community, and I hope that now, like, just eyes are opening
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
or being opened, whether it's intentional, or just damn, you can't not help but open your eyes now. The bullying and stuff that goes on.
yeah. I mean, it's uncalled for. It's really childish. You know, this is not. If you are trying to call someone out for their bad behavior, but then you turn around, you're doing the same damn things, and in some cases worse,
Yeah.
then it's what's the point? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and I think I angered her with my live stream last night, and I tried to approach the subject without saying any names. I was trying not to say Shin's name because I didn't like we've got a peace treaty right now, and we're not dragging each other. We're not bothering each other. We're likely never to be buddies, but there's no reason to be hateful to each other. And so we did that, and I think, well, I said how she made a statement about we're going to open our eyes and look, and she spoke how she felt about a situation online, and it caused a tiff, I guess. I found out much later, but I did say in the chat or in my stream that I'm glad she did that because it made other people feel safe to speak their opinion when people aren't comfortable stating their opinions in this community because they will get attacked for their opinion.
In real life, and online, yeah, both.
So
And
I
that's
think it was good that she did that. It kind of opened the door a little bit, and that's is basically the most I was trying to say. But I think it angered. Somebody didn't like it much.
Okay, but Red, can I say this to you? First of all, your channel, you have the right to speak your opinion on your channel. That's what is crazy to me, that they say you can't tell them what to do on their channel, all while they're telling other people what is allowed to be spoken about
Exactly.
and what isn't. And I was in your live. You never crossed the line. You were trying to be so
You
politically
can
correct
tell.
and so diplomatic. I could tell you were so nervous.
You can tell that I was trying to choose my words very wisely.
Yes.
Because I mean, the last time I said someone's name, I got accused of having a record by the same. I mean, it was the same. A live stream, you'd have thought I'd attacked someone, and I hadn't attacked anyone. But I got accused of having a criminal record and being a drug addict and an alcoholic in that stream. So I was trying to choose my words without pissing anyone off. But with some people, if you even tell a story that is about them, that's an issue. But they can say my name whenever they want, every stream. I'm not supposed to say a word because I taught people that I wouldn't say a word the first few times.
Right, but still it doesn't make it right, and there was no reason for that to be said about you. And I'm trying to be careful too with my words because since I'm not a creator, they'll come at the creators on the panel.
Yeah.
They may try to come at me, but they can't come at me as hard as they'll come at you guys. And I am grown. No one should have to be responsible for anything I've said. No
Right.
one, no creator, no other sub, no mod, nobody. I am responsible for my own words. And everything I've ever said in private or in public, I stick to. If my opinion has changed because people have changed, I will always say that. I had a conversation on Twitter with Sheens, and I don't even know how to say her name. Sheens,
Shen.
no
Yeah.
disrespect. Okay. And I respect what she did. What she did opened the door for so many others that would not have been able to share what they've been feeling for months. Because after what happened to Charlotte, hell no was I going to speak. And I felt like a coward not
Right. And
speaking up about things I felt. But it was too much. The hate was too much. It was too much. It was too much. It made me have issues in real life,
right.
stress, anxiety, and I'm not even a creator. I don't know how you guys deal with it on a daily basis. And this is why I've held off making content, because it's too much. But then when she spoke up, and I was like, oh my God. So I respect that, because it did open the way for other people to be able to say, yeah, I've been feeling this for a long time.
I agree.
You know, and so I respect that. And then when Haiti Joyless spoke out, and no one should be attacked for having questions, for things not adding up, for things seeming strange. And the thing is, okay, so Nat, but okay, she has people that defend her, and that's a 100% okay, right? They can defend her fiercely, but when we try to explain that we weren't speaking for Charlotte, but speaking because we love Charlotte and we've seen things that have happened to Charlotte, we were branded bulldogs and rabid animals and all these disparaging names. But there's people that are doing the same for their friends, and that's seen as, oh, they're loyal, they're just loyal. But us, we're rabid, we have actual rabies for sticking up for our friend. It's the double standard. It's the, if you're not, it's high school shit. If
Right.
you're not in the elite clique, you're ostracized for your opinion. If you're not part of the OG squad, you're ostracized. And what the hell does that even mean? A community is built on people entering and continuously entering, making the community better, bigger, with more opinions. So if you want a select few of you people, the OGs, and no one else is invited or allowed to give their opinion, then you should make a private little place for you guys. YouTube is a public forum. Twitter is a public forum, so they can miss me with all that shit. I'm over it. I'm tired of it, and making us feel like because we haven't been in the community for 8 years that our opinions are invalid is not true. All of our opinions are valid. We have the right to speak how we feel without being made to feel like we have to show our resume or show our log, how long we've been on YouTube, you know, before we can speak on things. Like, our brain only works for how long we've been on YouTube. Well, you've only been on YouTube for 2 years, so you only have 2 years maturity, so you can only speak at this level. No, F you with that.
Yeah, what you said, I agree. I commend Shins for doing that. And we weren't really even talking, or we still, we were at peace. But that was a good thing, because it gave others, like you said, the okay. It was like the green light. Go ahead and say how you feel. You have feelings and you have opinions. But how sad is it that we needed Shins to do that for us?
Exactly.
Or how sad is it that grown-ups can't be in a internet community where with a bunch of people they don't know? It's not like you're having to go to work 8-hour shifts with these people. And I can get along with those people in real life too, because I'm an adult human.
Yeah.
You come here and sometimes it's like, this can't be real. These cannot be real people.
Right.
acting like
It's
this.
true. It's true. You can't have a respectful conversation with differing opinions because then you're going to be called pathetic or stupid or an idiot or
C word.
cunt. Yeah, like what the hell? Like
I
we
think I
just
almost
went
got canceled for using that word recently.
That's so offensive. And so you go from 0 to 100 real quick. Where I'm from, we can go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Heck
But
yeah.
it's about growing and maturing and learning how to respect people that may have a different opinion. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. You listen to someone else's opinion and you become enlightened. Like, holy crap, you see it from the other side. But
Yeah.
nobody wants that. Nobody wants to put their ego down and say, you know what, I may have been wrong. I may have been misled. I may have saw things, and now that more has come to light, I may see things differently. It is okay for your opinion to change because of things that come to light. You do not have to stick to that one opinion because you feel like it's being disloyal or it's being whatever. Opinions change with new information. And so people are maybe out of loyalty, maybe out of a sense of them being called out for enabling this behavior for so long. But I always respect honesty. Even if it took you a really long time to be honest, I will respect people that accept responsibility and say, you know what, I was wrong. Because there's been many times where I've been wrong. And I'll say, oh, shoot, I was wrong. I apologize. I'm never too big for that. And I don't get why these adult people can't say that or can't allow someone else to air how they feel about it without them being seen as this big bad wolf.
Yeah. It has gotten out of hand. I hope that these, because it's not just this one thing. It's been a couple of things recently that's kind of maybe opening doors and getting us back to the way it should be, in my opinion, where people can have their own opinions about stuff without, all this. And I hope that it continues to. I mean, can't people see it? Is it just me? I've only been here a year and a half. I've only been on YouTube as a channel for a year, but I've been in the community for a year and a half or so. And I can see it. So I know these people who've been here for years, why they've got to be able to see it.
Yeah. Some of them are truly blind, but I think most of them it's just their ego. They're stubborn and their ego is like, hell no, I will not back down.
Absolutely. It's like
That's crazy.
What is the saying? An enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes.
That's not true. And also, I can dislike something about someone or a situation, even if my enemy dislikes the same thing. We don't have to be opposites on everything. So we could totally not like each other, but still agree that what happened last night was bad, or what happened with Charlotte was bad, or what happened. You can be on the same view of things, even with people that you don't normally agree with.
And not only that, I can have someone that I respect and like, and they can have an opinion that I don't agree with, but I'm not going to call them out for it. What I'm going to do, if I ever consider you my friend and you say something that is, to me, problematic. I hate that word. I just learned it on YouTube. But if you say something or do something that I feel is problematic, I'm going to speak to you in private first. I'm going to address it in private first. I'm not going to drag you publicly and have you blindsided and hit by a damn bus before you even saw the bus coming. I'm going to hit you privately and speak to you. And if someone that I respect does something like that, I'm not going to turn my back on them. Friends disagree. Friends disagree on things and they talk about it and they move on with their freaking day. But these people want to, crucify you day after day after day after day for things that you've done and that maybe were a mistake to them, but it's never ending. It's never ending. Hi,
Yeah.
Josh.
Hey,
Josie. Hey.
hey. How is everybody?
We're great. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. I am kind of fell asleep and took a nap.
Josh.
Hey. I was like, damn. Yeah, kind of took a nap and was like, crap, where's that power?
I know. I
You
set my
probably,
alarm. I set my alarm. I was like, I'm not playing.
I mean, you probably needed the rest, Josh. It's been pretty intense with the bullying on
Yeah,
you and me, and it's just been a lot.
yeah, it has.
So
Yeah, Josh, I'm so sorry for what's been said about you. I told you in private, and I'm going to say it publicly. What's being done and said to Josh is disgusting.
Who's
Okay.
going
And
mhm.
there's no excusing it, there's no rationale for it. There's nothing that anyone on this freaking earth can tell me that will make what is done to Josh okay. It's not. There's no room for that kind of speech on any platform. And I don't care what anyone says about that. I will go to my grave feeling that. Okay, and trying to justify to make an excuse that that's his last name and I'm just stating a fact. I'm sorry, Shelly, excuse my language, but fuck you with that. Fuck you with that. Okay,
Yeah, you're
he's
good
a
with that.
coward. He's a coward. Okay, because he goes on panels and won't say what he said about Josh. He tries to minimize it and say, well, Josh said he wanted to smoke. First of all, grow up. Grow up. Okay? He attacks people that he thinks he can win over. And he could come at me tonight, tomorrow, the next day. I'm good with that because what I'm speaking up for is something that's wrong. I'm not speaking up in defense of petty YouTube drama. I'm speaking up about homophobic hate speech, bullying, and harassment. So all of them can miss me with that bullshit. That it's okay, excusing it, going into his chats, laughing, thinking that that's a joke. They are all pieces of shit. And I will say it to their faces. Any of them, these grown women, if they had a child that came out that was gay, I have to say this. My son was 13 years old and he came out to me. And he was terrified. He was so scared.
Yeah,
Sorry. He was so
I
scared
know.
that he would be judged, that he would be harmed. Okay. And I spoke to my son and I told him he is a human being. He's 13 years old. I had to do my mom duty and say, boy, you're too young for sex with anybody. But
Yeah,
your feelings are
yeah,
valid. You have time to
yeah.
discover who you are, and who you love is who you love. Anyone, any of my children love, I will love. When my son was 17 years old, my son tried to kill himself. So
Oh
for
my gosh.
anybody to get on a public platform and be homophobic and possibly cause someone self harm, I will never think that that's okay. And I'm sorry, Josh. I'm so sorry that that is happening to you. It's not okay. It's not okay. And I'm sorry that I got emotional. It's
But I
disturbing.
mean, it's a thing to get emotional about, really. That what he
Yeah.
has been doing though toward all the hate directed at women,
Yes.
and just it's that's what he is. He's just hateful,
What was
and
said
he
about
is.
police wife life? Did you guys see that? People were laughing and saying these horrendous things about her. I could have thrown my phone across the room. Like, these are grown women, these are mothers, these are sisters, these are daughters, these are human beings. How is it okay
Yeah.
to make fun of the fact that she had seizures? How is that okay? She never blamed it on anyone. She shared what she was going through, and that's why she had to pull away. She never alluded to anything. She never insinuated anything. She never blamed anyone. She was simply sharing. what she's been going through, and to see people in his chat laughing and making jokes at her expense. Disgusting. You're disgusting. You guys are
All
bottom
right, so
feeders.
yeah, I mean, so there are people who don't know what's been going on. So there's
Yeah.
someone who has been purposefully bullying Josh about, it's gay bashing, it's homophobia, it's transphobia, it's just every bad thing directed at Josh. But this person does it not just to Josh, but also to me and to
Yes.
Police Wife Life and to Cindy Sunshine and Charlotte, and the list is long of the people that he is
Jackie
bullying.
Sunshine,
Okay,
yeah.
it's
Ja-
extensive.
Yeah.
But right now he's directing it at Josh. Probably after this, he will direct it at me. Here's the thing: I don't give a fuck anymore.
No. Okay. Yeah. I
He has
think.
shown his pattern of behavior, and there are at least 5 or 6 people making videos on him right now of everything he's done. So, it's all going to come out in the end. It's all going to come out in the light of day.
Yes. It
All
will.
of it. And these people are going back, way back. So
Yeah.
have fun with being butthurt, but all of your sympathy cards that you've thrown down, that we're all complaining about you just because we're trying to build our channels on your back and all this and that. No, we were pointing
No.
out that you were doing horrible things to survivors, purposefully verbally abusing SA and or R survivors to trigger us so that we'd call you out, so you would get more clicks and views because you're a bottom feeder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now
Uh,
with Josh, talking smack about him for having autism. Well, you got
Yeah.
ableism, sexism, misogyny, our apology, just on and on and on. And all these people who have been backing him because they don't like Charlotte and he doesn't like Charlotte. So they're pointing him at Charlotte's direction and mine and whoever else's, because they've decided it's okay to back this person who hurts people.
But aren't these people the accountability council? Aren't these people who have appointed themselves the accountability council that sit up
mm,
there on their podium and hold everybody accountable for anything they've done that they feel isn't right? So yeah, in another YouTube euphemism, keep the same energy. Keep the same
yes.
energy.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's been months now. I've sat here and watched him purposefully, verbally abusing women. Survivors of child are. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
He does this purposefully, knowing what they went through, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care. And there are people who are supporting him who I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening. This person says they're a feminist, and they're all like, warrior woman for women, and they're supporting him.
Yeah, and
What
he
in the
called me.
hell?
It's so funny because the worst thing he could say about me was that I was self-righteous. Anybody who knows me knows that's the opposite of who I am. I've been in a lot of trouble. So I heard him also saying he was going to dox people's criminal record and all this stuff. You can do that. I already said I've made a lot of mistakes. That was 20 years ago. I've evolved as a person. I was an addict. I was a felon. I am a felon, but I'm working to get that sealed because it was 20 years ago. So if you want to come at me, and it got me so worried for my sons that I started Googling myself and I became paranoid. And I'm like, Cindy, what the hell? You have nothing to hide. They can say whatever they want. I know who I am. I know what I've done. And I've learned from those mistakes. Those mistakes have made me the person I am today. So I'm grateful for those mistakes because I was a kid who was damaged because of my childhood. And I had to go through those things to become a better person. I truly evolved into a person that cares about people. I genuinely do. I don't get up here and pretend to be someone, and in my real life, I'm someone else. I'm the same person all day, every day. And for somebody to say that I'm self righteous when she is like always looking down on people and telling people that this is wrong, and you're the queen of righteousness, like, it's laughable, and it was upsetting me. And I had to speak to somebody, and they were like, Cindy, this is laughable behavior. Do not get angry. Feel pity for them. Pray for them. And this is what I've begun to do. Not disrespecting anyone who doesn't believe in prayer, but I do. And I'm going to pray for these people, seriously, because it's not worth me getting angry. I'm going to get angry over the stuff that was done to Josh every day. I'm going to get angry over the stuff that was done to Shelly every day. The stuff that was done to JJ, Charlotte, Police Wife Life, all of them. I'm going to get upset for my friends. But I'm not going to
Yeah.
get upset when they say something about me that is true. Yes, I've dumped that shit. You guys can pick it up and smell like shit all day if you want. I dumped it. So you go right ahead. But I'm not self-righteous. I know where I came from, and I'm proud of where I've gone to from there. I'm not there
Right,
anymore.
and you should be
Yeah, you
proud.
should
I
be.
mean, overcoming all of that is not easy. That takes a lot of work, man.
Yeah, it does.
Thank
Um,
you.
We all
that's yeah,
And I
that's something
love
to
all
be
of you
proud
guys.
of.
You guys are my friends. And people say parasocial relationships. I have friendships with you guys. I talk to you guys on a daily basis. I talk to you guys more than I talk to my brothers and my little sister. I don't talk to her, but when my sister was alive, my older sister, I speak to you guys more than I spoke to her, and she was like my best friend. So I consider you guys my friends, and I will always stick up for my friends, but I stick up for anyone who's being wronged. But it just so happens that the people being wronged right now are my friends. So yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to speak up for you guys. But I'm going to speak up in general when things are wrong. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes a lot. I do. But I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite, and I'm not fake. Anything I say, I stand by, and I really believe in it. And it's not right. It's not right. Let's all agree that we're all flawed. And I said this
yeah.
on so many panels because I genuinely believe that. We've all made mistakes. We all continue to make mistakes. But stop trying to sit on your high horse and act like you're above it when you're not. Things get to them and it bothers them, and they speak about it, and things get overwhelming for us. So we speak about it. But we've tried to ignore it and be silent and respect the wishes, especially us that are not creators. We've tried to be silent because we know it falls back on you guys. We know that. But how much can we take? How much can we take as a human being when you're being accused of things, when things are being said? It was said, don't bring children up. And he got angry and threw in somebody's child that they gave up due to an assault when they were a minor. What? How? And people are like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that.
He's
Shut
been
the fuck
talking
up.
about he's been talking about my family for
Yes. Oh my
months.
You
God.
see, that's what I don't understand. He got mad when somebody brought up his child, but he's been bringing up Shelley's child for the past God knows how long. So it's like
Yes.
you can't. Yeah,
Yes.
that part confused me because I'm like, yes, children should not be brought up ever.
Right. But
But
parent shaming her is okay, though. Parent shaming
yeah,
her is fine and dandy.
exactly. I'm like, you can't have it both ways.
Hey, excuse me, everybody. Just a quick reminder: do not use anyone's names in chat or on the panel. We're not trying to create any more controversy. We're just
You're
having an
right.
open
You-
discussion. So
You're
just
right.
be mindful of that,
Yeah,
and let's keep going.
Thank you, Christ. Sorry if I mentioned anyone's name. I'm sorry.
I
It
mean,
wasn't
everybody
you. It
knows
wasn't
everybody knows who we're talking about anyway. Um,
hmm
and I'm to the point of he has said such foul things about me that,
hmm
you know, it is unreal to me
The
that people
gloves
are
are
backing
off.
him. The shit he has said about me, but then a person who was assaulted as a minor Many. There are several. It's not just one. I'm to the point of not giving a fuck because we've tried being nice and talking with him nice. I know just numerous people have sat down and politely tried to explain to him. He doesn't listen. You give him back his own words, he gets mad at you.
What if he has oppositional defiant disorder?
I mean, that's, then he shouldn't be on the internet.
Like
I
he
mean,
said
those
about
are his
police
He's
words.
wife life,
oppositional
right?
to
Yes, those
to
are his
reality.
words. He shouldn't, if he has a problem, then he shouldn't be on the internet.
Yep, because he
Fair
said that
enough.
about police wife life.
Mm-hmm. He said it about me too.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Yeah.
He said that
So
about everybody.
the rules should apply across the board,
yeah.
right? Because, and the thing is, so in certain situations, people are like, mental health, people with mental health are off limits, but that only applies to certain mental health disorders. I'm trying to understand. And there are many of us who have mental health issues that maybe have not spoken about it publicly. So
Yeah.
again, we have to bring our medical documents to be excused from being harassed and bullied. Explain that one to me, because that one's a little
I'm
baffling
mentally
to me.
ill and I can shatter anybody's brain mentally ill. So mental illness, is varying in degrees.
Of
So if
course it
anybody
is.
thinks
Of
mental
course it
illness
is.
means you're incompetent, you come check me out and I'll
Right.
show you.
Right, of course, and that's my point, that you can't just make vague, remarks that way, or excuse certain behaviors from certain people, all while condemning someone else.
Mhm.
We all have issues to certain degrees. No one
Yeah.
knows what anyone struggles with unless they've publicly spoken about it. And that
Mhm.
is at their own discretion. So for someone to try to threaten someone into silence by saying they're going to pull up someone's criminal record, no one's squeaky clean. Okay, what does that have to do with what is going on YouTube? What does that accomplish? I don't get it. And people have tried, like Shelley said, people have tried to sit on panels and understand and have a discussion and
Yeah.
say how people were triggered, and I saw people like, well, it's not his fault if they're triggered. Where is your empathy? Where is your compassion for other people? But yet he's afforded so much. This is what I'm saying. Certain people are afforded so much grace when others are given none. And I'm guilty too. I defend my friends fiercely. Yes, I own that. But I defend people across the board that things are done wrong to them. I will say something's an injustice, even if the person that is the one being harassed is someone I don't care for. I've done that publicly and I will continue to do that. But it's not okay to say these things or dismiss people's feelings. And Christ, I'm not going to speak for you, but now that you're here, I can tell you to your face. I felt so disrespected when people said you were our token black friend. First of all, that's so insulting to you, so disrespectful to us, okay? And they're so misinformed. They have no idea of the conversations that we all have had in private, in-depth conversations. So, and you were not speaking for anyone else's experience. You were speaking about your experience, your knowledge, and I was honored to be able to be in that chat and learn
I,
from you,
I
because you are a
appreciate
smart
that.
dude.
But let me say this, the best thing they can report to what we did on that live stream are insults. It shows you their level of intellect right there.
Right.
I mean, that's
Definitely.
all that needs to be said. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to waste my time, going back into time and evolution and primate level of
No.
intelligence with
Right,
certain
but
people. It's
but
not worth it.
I just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry
I
for
mean, I
that being said
appreciate your
about you,
words, but I
and
mean, when you look at me and when you look at him, I mean, you guys don't know my background, but it's clear, which one actually is educated and which one is not,
right.
which one has a college degree and which one still has to go to Google to spell GED.
Right.
It just that's all it is. I mean, he could challenge me to a spelling contest, a LSAT, a GMAT,
Yeah.
anything dealing with the brain. I guarantee he won't go near it. And then his retort will be some insult or something that'll get him a cheap laugh because he's like the crack of YouTube channel. You get
Yeah,
you real high for
definitely.
like 2 seconds and then you come right back down.
Definitely. And I saw a comment because it showed up on the screen. And police wife life was accused of some crazy things. She never said that she was her or her husband were gonna physically harm anyone. She never alluded because they kept saying alluded. She never said any of that. And so that has to be made clear too. These are serious allegations being made against
Yeah.
people, and for someone who has not followed what's been going on and they only saw that stream, they may believe these things that are being said about her, and those were not true. Those were not true. She didn't
Um,
threaten anyone.
he
Sorry,
he
Shelly.
has been he's been threatening to send people to, like, to me, to New Orleans where I am, and to my house
Oh, hell no.
multiple times. Multiple times this has happened, and I got to the point where I was like, fine, send him.
Yeah, for real.
Because what I would do is call the police. Go ahead, send him.
Come to
Go
New
ahead.
York. Please come to New York.
Send him my way, and I will call the police. And what will happen? Okay. So, but he does that, and then he turns
If
around
he's
and
brave
makes
enough to
out.
come to my neighborhood and actually makes it to my block, I would have to give him some level of respect. I would.
Oh no, me too. Me too.
I
But
mean,
then,
I
but then
fully challenge him to
he
come, but I don't think he would make it.
Mm.
but
Only
see, he
men
tries
come to
to.
the street.
He makes those threats, but then when you say something back to him, he tries to take what you say back to him and use it against you. He flips it. That
Yeah, that's
is
that
typical
Trisha Paytas
standard.
fraternizing move.
Well, that's typical standard abusive behavior. It is standard, and these people are backing him.
Yeah, and some people are, I don't know
Yeah.
if they're believing it or they're yes men. Because I've seen a lot of yes men in my day where they're like, yeah, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. And they have no idea of what's going on. And I also hate people that will come and agree and say, oh my God, that's horrible. And then when they're approached about it, they say, oh, I don't even know what that situation is about. What? So why are you co-signing and yesing when you have no idea of the backstory of what's really going on? At least ask questions. Okay, but what is this in reference to? What's been going on? I will always respect questions, but don't, yes, and bash people. And then when you're called out on it, you want to play naive and say, huh? What? Come on. No, no.
See, this right here, I don't believe he should be canceled, just educated. We have tried, like 10 or
Yeah.
15 different people. We have tried to explain to him that you shouldn't tell someone who says they're a survivor that they lied on their rapist. I'm just going to say it like you said it, okay? Like he said it. He told me that I was lying about being raped and I had lied on my rapist.
Yeah,
All
and
right?
donut.
That's
You
the
can't
kind of
squeeze
person
water
he
out of a
is.
rock. Sorry, you can't squeeze water out of a rock.
Right. I mean, we've tried. We've tried. I don't even know how many times I gave him chance after chance of doing that emotional labor and trying. And he'll say, "Oh, I get it," whatever. He'll apologize, and 5 seconds later, he's doing the same thing again. It's just you reach a point where it's just not worth it.
It's not, and
You know.
it becomes detrimental to
Mm.
your own well-being because it consumes you. The anger consumes you, and it becomes a poison. And I don't like to walk around angry. I don't like to walk around feeling that way. And I know that we're going to be targets and things are going to be said and things are going to be taken out of context and all
Yeah.
of that. And you know what? I'm ready for it now. I'm ready for it because the truth is the truth. We've wanted to be left alone. We've
Yeah.
wanted to be left alone. And it's said that we're coming into his chats. Don't go into his chats if you don't like him. He comes into live streams. And once he sees someone, he'll start in the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
don't start lying, or what's up now, or you want that smoke. So
He
how the
purposefully,
hell do we get away?
right. There was a stream where he said he purposefully does all this and started doing all this on purpose. It was calculated. And he goes to multiple different creators' streams doing these things purposefully, poking at people, jabbing at people. He's a bully and he's doing it for attention. And he's stated that. And these people are still
And they
protecting
still
him and
believe
backing
it.
him.
And yeah, and they're still saying that we're a bunch of mean women, a bunch of women that are bored with our lives, and things have been said that we need to go take care of our husbands and we need to go take care of our kids. And first of all, that is so sexist, okay? That a woman's place is not to be barefoot and pregnant. Okay? So let's get that straight. Second of all,
Yeah.
how is that okay for that to be said? And women are commenting this. And it's not a women against men thing. It is not. It is not. It is a human being, okay, against another human being that is saying things that are offensive on a great level, on a level
Yeah.
beyond sex, beyond gender, on a human being level. Like, how can you do this? And I understand, I thought it was for shock value, because I've seen him be able to talk respectfully and calmly and rationally. But I don't know which one is an act anymore. I don't know. And honestly, at this point, I don't care. We've asked to be left alone, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. And I see people like, oh, they need to leave him alone. They need to leave him alone. We want to. We want to. We want nothing more than be rid of this situation.
Yep. That we do.
I'm sorry. Cash is wait, hold on. Did I unmute? Cash is being so extra. I'm gonna have to hop off here. I'm gonna fall off panel so someone else maybe can come up, and I'll try. I want to be back. I'll come back and be in the chat in a few minutes.
Bye, Red.
Bye. Thank
Okay,
you all so
honey.
much. And Josh, I love you. Everybody, thank you, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, honey.
So yeah, with I hadn't talked about him in a minute. Like
Me
it had been
neither.
a while, but he just kept on and on and on, picking apart my ancestry. What words I use to describe my ancestry. It's none of your fucking business. It's my ancestry. I choose what words I use. If you don't like it, that's not my problem. I don't have to explain it to somebody who isn't going to listen. It is my ancestry. My ancestors went through hell so I could exist.
Right.
And
And how
the
can
things
someone
that
say
he
they
has
need to show
said,
DNA? You need to show DNA. Shelly, I want your DNA tomorrow, okay?
it doesn't work like that with indigenous blood. If
Fucking
you don't
idiots.
show
There's
me,
idiots.
Popeye, if you don't show me your face, you don't get up on panel. That's the rule we're doing today for a reason. You have to show me your
Yeah.
face. When he picks apart my ancestry and is demanding my papers, I guess he doesn't realize we indigenous people have cards now. Okay, I see you.
Right.
So, I don't owe him any explanation of that, especially after the things that he has said to me and other people and the way he has treated us. I don't owe him that.
You
I
don't
don't
owe
owe him any of
anyone
that.
that. You don't owe anyone that. Not just him.
No,
You don't
and
owe anyone that.
No.
but not only that, when he's demanding this documentation, does he really think I'm going to dox myself like that?
True. Right. True.
Why is my ancestry up for grabs this way in this I don't even know how to describe it. It is so
Shelly, because you're
disrespectful.
not indigenous passing. That's why. Because you're not indigenous passing enough for them. That is
Yeah.
exactly it, which is offensive in itself.
There's a reason for that. It's called colonization of how many
Yeah,
hundreds
definitely.
of years?
Definitely.
I mean, at least some of them are honest about the fact that they're racists. That's good to know, because it is racism to sit there and question my ancestry.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Just because I
Uh,
look white doesn't make it okay.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Just like
D-
him
yeah.
saying that JJ is that she didn't show her face, that she needed to show her face, and the amount of ignorance that she's probably illegal. Hello, Puerto Rico's part of the United States. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like
It's just,
holy
oh my
crap!
God.
I was hoping
Yeah.
that he was joking. Like what? Like no puede ser. It can't be. It can't be. But it is. It is.
He might be on Crime Watch or one of them things where the police are chasing him. That's why I don't want to show his face. Joking, I'm joking.
No.
How are you
Hey, Papa.
doing? I've talked to you before.
You have, yeah. You've been on my panel before.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How's everybody on here tonight?
We're good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hello.
Hello.
yeah, we're good.
All right, so there's been a lot going on with protecting negative people and throwing other people under the bus directly, and just this overall negative policing and intimidation of in real life, doxing and just all this negative stuff. So all of these things that have been done are making this community just as bad in many ways as KJ,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes,
But to
definitely.
dox anybody is spiteful. Yeah.
It is.
Why? Why do you want to dox someone? We are who we are. If people go to the depths making shows about people, big thing about no, this is in England. This is where I am. Yeah, there's a certain person at the moment. I'm going to mention his name because I'll give him airtime. But he's doing it all the time. He's giving people's addresses out, their photos out. Why? What is he getting out of it? Do you know what I mean? Is it self gratification or something?
Yeah, it just shows
Good
a
question.
person's character when they're willing to go to such lengths to get even with someone. There's not enough malice in my heart to ever harm someone to that magnitude. There isn't. And not even Katie Joy. I don't hate Katie Joy. I've always wanted her to accept responsibility for the
Yes.
misinformation she's put out, for the harm she's done and caused to people.
Yeah.
I've never wanted her to be burned at the stake. I've never wanted anyone to be canceled. Everyone has a right to have a platform and speak their opinions, but when it becomes bullying and harassment
Yeah.
and homophobic and all these things, you do not deserve a
No,
platform.
no.
And people
If
don't
it gets to
understand.
that,
Right. Anyone can have a platform, but there's a certain amount of responsibility
yeah.
that comes
Right.
with being a public figure and putting out information. You have an influence on people, no matter how great or how small. So there comes
want
a
to,
responsibility with that.
Right,
Sorry,
right.
Shelley.
I want to address this question. Why are you participating in lives he joins? Can you just leave? To me, it would be the responsibility of the creators live to stop the BS, meaning the person. Well, when you've got someone who's basically going around to various different, chats and streams that you're in or on, purposefully hurting people
Instigating, trolling.
on purpose, triggering survivors so that they start crying and leave the stream, and they're having to go back to their therapist because of his behavior. Do we just sit by and allow people to behave this way, or do we call them out? Do we call KJ out for her bad behavior and other people out for their bad behavior? How is he special? Why is he special? Why is he allowed to behave this way? I don't agree with that. I don't think you should be allowed to do that anywhere.
And not
I'm-
only that, sorry, go ahead, Shelley. Sorry.
I'm thinking
Shelley.
that all of these creators who are backing him and, being protective of him and all of this crap, Either they've
Just as
internalized
bad as him.
misogyny. Yeah, either they've maternalized misogyny to a point they can't even see it, or they're using him for something, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that all of you content creators out there who get what I'm saying should block him. Don't allow him on your chats or on your streams or any of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm going to address this one. Isn't it the response? Come on, isn't it the responsibility of the streamer to get rid of him? Yes, and I did on my channel. I blocked him, but he created a new profile and came at me again. So it's like it never ends.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
used a sock
Never
account.
stops.
He used a
He
sock
used a
account
sock
and he
account
came
and
up on
came at-
there
and
and
came
he
at me
said
again.
vulgar, homophobic bullshit.
Yeah, that's evil. Do you know what I mean? People are people, and for anybody to go out of their way to do that, they've got issues in their own life. They're projecting their own shit out onto other people.
Yeah, and also to elaborate on that, we've been in streams that are not
Agreed.
even related to this community or anything, and we'll just be in the chat, and he'll come in and he'll start antagonizing someone, or they'll get into a discussion. He'll join the panel, and he wanted JJ to join the panel, and she already knows that this has been tried so many times. They tried to have a discussion on many different occasions. She knew where it was going to lead. She knew she was going to get upset. She knew it was going to be used against her, so she declined. He exploded on the person, the creator, that it was their channel, and she
Yeah.
removed him, and then JJ joined the panel to then speak her piece without having to go back and forth and disrespect that content creator. And I commend her for that, because it took
Yeah.
a lot to hold back and say, you know what, I'm not going to go up there, because JJ's not a wimp. She would have went up there and faced it. She didn't want this to continue, so she
Yeah.
waited, and she went up there and she spoke the truth of the parts that people did not know.
Yeah.
And everything that she spoke was the truth. No one went up there and lied on him and all of these other things. So people, we have been trying to avoid it. But if we're in a stream or in someone's live and he comes in, why do we have to leave?
But
Why?
what tends
We're
to
not
happen?
doing
Do you
anything.
know what tends to happen? Is this? Someone has a new stream up, yeah. This any person goes on that stream, and they've got an argument with another person on another stream. So they make themselves look really good on this stream. So this guy or woman or whoever on this stream gets lots of followers, and then automatically this person, he will start demonizing that person once this person's got a lot of followers. So then you ain't just got one, you've got loads of them, and they call it flying monkeys. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, and it causes traction. He gets traction
Yes.
back
Yeah.
to his channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what people tend to do. It's like they're not happy with themselves. It's like whatever anybody says on here, you could just switch it off and go to sit down and have a cup of coffee, or just switch it all off. It don't bother you. You know what I mean? But a lot of people
Yeah,
do
I
get
mean, that's
affected
what
by it.
that's what he says, that when he turns the computer off, it doesn't bother him anymore. But when you're a survivor, an
Yeah,
SA
that's
or R
completely different.
survivor, you can't just flip that switch
No,
off.
of course you can't.
If you have
Not at
PTSD
all.
or what have you, you
Exactly.
can't just
Yeah.
turn that off. And he's doing this purposefully.
Yeah, of course, he wants a reaction. And then what happens is that at the same time, for him to be targeting people with any sort of like abuse that's happened to him in their past, he must have been abused, but he's too scared to talk about it himself. So he's coming out sideways, like arguing and shouting and screaming because he doesn't know how to talk about it. He wants drama. Or maybe he hasn't been, whatever's happened to him in his past, he's just doing it just for clout, or he's a troll. That's what we call it, a troll.
Yeah, but it's gone beyond trolling. Trolling is it can be harmful to an extent, but no,
Yeah.
he has gone way beyond trolling, because at first that's what I thought he was. I thought he was trolling people, you know, and he's not. he's not. Okay, he's trying to deeply wound people that
Yeah,
already have trauma, and their previous trauma is not his responsibility or his fault. But when you're made aware of someone's
yeah,
previous trauma and you continue to dig in that wound, you're
yeah,
guilty. You're guilty then
yeah,
because
yeah,
you've
yeah, of
been made
course.
aware of it. And it's
Yeah,
not okay for him to continue digging in that wound and act like it's not a big deal. It is a big deal,
Yeah.
especially when you make content on a public platform.
yeah.
It's not
True, true.
okay.
It's quite evil. Sorry. Go on.
No, it is.
Yeah,
It
it's.
is.
I
It's
mean,
evil.
and these people that are backing him, I don't understand. They're smart people. They're smart, and they call out other people for backing for the same thing they're doing now. And
No,
I don't even.
here, what
I
you said there. There's people that don't. What happens is, it's like you meet new people online, so automatically they think this fella's a nice fella because he hasn't done nothing there yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yes.
what's
yeah.
happens? What he's done. He's gone to this other panel, and you're saying that these people they're quite intelligent. A scenario. This is exactly the same sort of scenario. There's a channel where I am. This guy's doxing people, etc., etc. The channel's meant to be anti-bullying, anti-paedophilia, anti-this, anti-that. But everything he's doing is going against what he says because he's going out there bullying women, bullying survivors, bullying this person. So, and these people that sit there with him they're smart, but at the same time they're so dumb, stupid because they listen to these bollocks.
Yeah. And I think at first I used to say maybe it's because of where he's from. He's, from Philly. I'm from New York. I've lived in Philly.
Yeah,
And so at first I was trying to come from that place of understanding that it's very different in different parts of the country. I don't know what it is to live down south. I don't know what it is not to live in a city. You understand? And the dynamics are very different
yeah, completely
in
different.
right in a suburban community and in an urban community. So I try to understand from that point of view, but there's no excusing it. There isn't.
No,
And I used to say maybe he gets feels like he's backed into a corner, and that's why he feels like he has to attack. Because I as when I was young, I was in a mode of survival. I was. So if I was backed into a corner, I would attack as well for my own well-being because I was in that mode for so long, in that survival
yeah,
mode,
but if you're made
survival of the
aware,
fittest.
yeah,
But
but if you're aware of people that have gone through abuse, and he's aware of that, and he's still targeting them, then he's got issues.
yeah, and
Yeah.
we've tried to take that into account. And I'm like I said, I've made friends with so many of these wonderful people, and I can say none of them are racist. They're not, and that is the biggest thing. And I think that's so harmful in itself, especially in
Is he
today's climate.
racist?
In today's he has prejudices, and you know
Yeah,
what? I need to speak on that too. We all have prejudices. Okay, I'm Puerto
yeah, of
Rican,
course.
and I can remember when I was a kid, my grandmother had prejudices, and she would say
I
little
only have
comments
one.
to me,
Yeah,
and I used to look at my grandma like, why? And as I got older, I started correcting my grandma like, no, grandma,
yeah.
no, that's not right. I didn't fall into her
Do you
behaviors.
know
I
what?
tried to educate let me just finish my
Yeah,
thought, then you can speak.
sorry.
And so we all have prejudices that are
Yeah,
ingrained
of
in us
course.
from our grandmothers, our mothers.
Mm,
But when you learn better, you do better.
Yep.
And
yeah,
that's the thing. As you become an adult, you get to see the world and you make friends with different people. And
cultures.
you're supposed to evolve, right?
Yeah, of
Emotionally,
course.
mentally. And
Mm,
I feel like the maturity level has been stunted at a certain point. And that's not an excuse either. But you know, when you know better, you do better. So
Right. Let me say something real quick.
Sorry, yes.
Molly Golightly, you're just mad BZ put a copyright strike on you, right? I don't know what, I haven't received a copyright strike. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wow.
I'm not worried about Benny Keys. You know, he comes to my channel, leaves comments that I'm a skank and a hoe and all this stuff. So I'm, you know,
Wow.
that's his level. I'm not worried about
That's
him.
nasty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
Yeah,
nasty.
he lies. He lies a lot. So,
Yeah.
you know.
But that's nasty. Why would you do that? Talk to a woman like that. You don't even know the woman.
Is that a real picture?
Yeah, I don't need. Is that the real
Because
Molly Golightly?
I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's probably not the real
It
Molly
could be your
Golightly.
thingy.
It's probably a sock account.
Yeah, I don't think
Probably.
it's her. Yeah.
Probably.
No, I don't see her
Well,
saying that. I don't see her saying
No,
that.
me
But I do
neither.
see. I do see Benny Keys saying that.
Oh,
And
definitely. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. OTEP. Go listen to some OTEP and you'll understand how I feel.
Yeah. So Benny Skis, if you're in here, poof, be gone, buddy. I get out of here with that.
Yeah. So I'm reading chat.
What tends to happen with people?
Sorry.
Yeah?
People can bring the petty out of me too. I'm sorry, but I'm at my limit.
No, but do you know what
the
tends to
BS.
happen?
Wait, hang on. JJ
If
wants
you
to
have an
know.
issue with someone, sorry.
What's
no.
up?
JJ says, can she come up and ask a question?
Sure. I do believe I have the
stream.
I mean, apparently we're having everybody up on here, so you know, with few exceptions.
It's
the
a party
link is
for
in the,
all.
Yeah, right.
It's a party for all.
It's a really good discussion though, and I hope that people are like, you know, getting things out of their system, and
yes,
and I hope that maybe it opens a door for dialogue that is positive, and I hope for healing. I've given up on Ren. I don't think it's possible for him to fully realize what he's done to people, like the depths of hurt he has caused. You know,
Charlie, I would
not
like
even
to
worried.
make an announcement.
The thing that I've noticed is because I think in his head, what he's saying, he doesn't think like when he's speaking to me, when he's saying the stuff about me, in his head, what he's saying is true. Which, yes, it is. However, there is context to it, and the way in which he's saying the way in which he's saying the things is homophobic. So it's like, it's just, yeah.
Is he aware of that though? What he's saying is homophobic.
I don't think. I think it has been explained to him, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares.
I don't think he cares about that. I think
so he's homophobic then.
Yeah, I think to him it's just he wants
when I was growing up, there was a kid like him, and he was the type that would talk all the trash in the world, and then when you went after him, he would run. But a couple of times he'd get caught and get beat down, and you think he finally learned his lesson. And, 2 days after he could see again, he start talking the trash again. It's like it just wouldn't stop with that kid until they finally shot and killed him. And sometimes, I'm not wishing that on anybody, but sometimes that's just the road they go down where they know they're on the wrong path and just don't know how to get off and have false pride, which prevents them from even asking for help.
Yeah.
And do you remember what the woman was saying earlier about racism? You know what you were saying about like your grandmother? I know saying my father was like that. My father's Irish. My mother's Irish. But I was born in England. But my dad would go black this, black that, black this, black that. And I'd say to my dad, but he would go over to a shop and buy groceries from the shop, and it was a black man's shop. And I say, Dad, but you don't like black people, but you're buying food off of them. He go, oh, but he's different. I said, how's he different? He's black, isn't he?
Right.
But wait,
But this is,
wait,
but
wait,
that was his concepts. His concept,
but
because
wait.
it goes back
Your
from
dad
two
never
islands.
heard of Black Irish?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Of course he does. Yeah. Of course. It's Chinese Irish. Yeah, now there is. But we're talking about he was born in the 40s, 45.
No, I'm
He said,
saying, back
yeah,
after the
yeah.
Spanish Armada, they went to Ireland, and then that's how you had Black Irish. I was just
Yeah.
making play on words.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
My name, I'm not going to say my name, but my name in Gaelic is the Black Foreigner. In Irish,
Obama.
Gaelic, yeah, I'm not saying no more.
Obama, see, O''BAMA. That would be
Yeah.
Irish.
Yeah, he's Irish, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is but a lot of it was down to how they were educated at school. Because what it would have been the church ingrained racism into them. Penny for the black baby, yeah? Now, if you didn't give a penny for the black baby, the teacher will hit you, yeah? So automatically, you're making a problem there, because why am I giving the penny for the black baby? Like years ago, the charities, and still now, charity now, but this is the concept behind it. You're sort of like ingraining racism into young people. Kids don't see colour when they're born. Kids come out and they're friendly with everybody. It's only the adults or the family are pushing the racism on them.
Hi, JJ.
Hey, JJ. I was trying to unmute
Hey,
my mic.
how's everybody?
We're good.
All
How are
right.
you?
I am awesome.
Hello.
So I have a
JJ, she's
question.
in the building.
I'm in the house. Yeah. What is
Yeah,
that? Parties here or something? I don't know.
Yep.
But
yeah,
anyway,
there's a party.
party
You got
here.
to start dancing, JJ.
Dancing.
I'm joking.
Okay. So I've been wondering for a little while now, at what point do people stop making the mental health excuse? At one point do we say, all right, we understand and we can be compassionate for someone that has mental health issues? We probably all had
When
mental
mental
health
health
Yeah,
issues.
becomes free, it will stop becoming used as an excuse. So there you go.
When a person becomes predatory, when they use mental health as a shield for their predatory or harmful behavior.
Well, the reason for my question is because we see this happening. It's like, oh, you can't say this because the person is mentally ill, or they have some kind of issue, like, oh, don't go after them. Well, it's not okay to not have feelings when you're getting threats, or you're feeling like people are stalking you in chats, and that is not okay behavior. And it's like you can't use that as an excuse. And I'll just tell a brief little story. My daughter is 19 years old, and she was in the ROTC for 4 years. She was a captain and absolutely loved it. She's a type 1 diabetic. She wanted to go into the Navy. She's not allowed to. They will not let her. And she, as heartbroken as she was, she understood it. Because if she's going to battle and her sugar goes low or her sugar goes high, it's not like she can take, it's diabetes type 1. And it's not like she can take, all of her equipment and change it out and all of that. And, so they would not allow her to. So she understood that. So for me, if you have some sort of proven mental illness or you have a track record of stalking and harassing, they should not be allowed to have the internet. That's just the way I feel, because they're harming people and they can't hide behind that illness.
Have you been stalked on the internet? Because it's normally women that get stalked on the internet, don't it?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
women
couldn't hear
and
you.
men, people in general get stalked. Yeah, people become
Yeah,
obsessive.
no, I just assumed it would be more women than men because with why can't just people just get on with I think a lot of it is down to you have an argument with someone and then you don't win the argument and then the next time you talk to them you're doing it again and again and again. It becomes a cycle on YouTube, and I've seen that. And it doesn't stop. The only time it stops is when the other person comes off the internet. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, and the mental health thing, there is a lot of people out there that have got mental health problems and they don't use them as an excuse in life.
Right.
And I'm aware of, go on, sorry.
My point was that though, they at what point do we no longer say, I'm not for policing people at all. But if you have an illness where you're hurting people, at what point do we say, no, that's not an excuse? You need to stop it. You're harming people. And it doesn't seem like, I don't understand people that would
I feel
basically
like
aid.
that. Yeah, I feel like they should start policing the internet to the point where, like, the police say, like, someone was standing outside your door, like a stalker. Then they could, a physical stalker, was standing outside, get arrested. And they should do exactly the same with the internet. If someone's stalking on the internet, they should be able to get arrested.
Right. And I think what JJ also, it also has to do with people's personal moral compasses. Some people, their moral compass is always pointing south, so they don't see a problem with a lot of this behavior unless it's someone they don't like. And I think that with this whole Creepshow art thing, it has alerted a lot of people to the fact that some people do things with no rhyme or reason, because I think a lot of us don't want to believe that people can be obsessive or just harass people randomly with no reason for it. But I think the Creepshow art situation in a whole has opened people's eyes to the fact that this is not only a possibility, this is happening more than we're aware of. So I think that also has opened the door for a lot of people to be able to express their feelings about the whole situation we're dealing with. And they felt more comfortable to be able to say, listen, I think this is a little suspect. And I always felt that way. And I think that situation has opened the door for this situation in a way, because people were not ready to acknowledge or believe that people could do things like this. Yeah, not aware of it. And they couldn't allow themselves to believe that people could be this vicious, this
But you know what's done it
manipulative.
as well? Yeah, do you know what, the lockdown's done it as well?
Right. And also the lockdown has done it. And not only that, people are people say, oh, it's the lockdown, it's boredom. It goes a lot deeper than that. It goes a lot deeper than that. A lot of people are hurt, and their outlet, because the internet, it gives people such anonymity, they feel it's a freedom, and a lot of people exploit that freedom. If they're anonymous, they can just say these outlandish things, and nobody will know it's me until they cross a line and somebody tracks their IP, and it becomes very serious. And I think that is a double-edged sword, because you want people to be able to express their opinions and their ideas without being gone after, but there also should be consequences if you cross a certain line, if you start harassing people, if you start going after people real life, if you start doing all these terrible things, there has to be consequences,
etc.
right?
Yeah, of course.
And so people have lost that. They've lost that the internet has given people this freedom that is dangerous. Sorry, JJ.
So
that's okay.
So I just want to say that all these people are in their mid to late 40s, most of them. Just to answer this question right here, They're old enough to know better. That's all.
Yeah,
Go
of
ahead.
course, definitely.
Yeah.
I've had a failed marriage
I'm-
or something, or
I just want
I'm
to,
not too sure. I don't know too much.
Oh, go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying. I was just answering Popeye. I don't know that. I don't know if they've had
But JJ, go ahead.
that.
Yes.
But go
Okay.
ahead, JJ.
So I just want to say this real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off. But
Okay.
you know, to Charlotte, I cannot express how I mean, I was so happy in today's stream, and I just want to, you know, tell her and just tell everybody, Charlotte is the person that you see in her videos. Behind the videos all day long, you know, she is the same person. She rarely curses even. It's almost odd if she does. She's just not a she's a good person, and what they did to her was disgusting. And we knew from the start, they knew. We believe a lot of them knew. And they just hated Katie Joy so much that they were willing to basically use Charlotte like a sacrificial lamb, and it's disgusting.
hate campaign.
I mean, yeah, and you know, this is all my opinion only, not the rest of the panel. I just wanted to, you know, say that because that poor woman, what she was put through, and it was just awful. And I just wanted to say, you know, it's great that you guys are supporting her. She definitely feels it. And yeah, so we love you, Charlotte. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, Charlotte has been afraid for so long she's had to filter anything and everything before she puts it out of fear that anything she says is going to be wrong and it's going to be used against her, and it has been. And I was happy too for her to be able to speak freely today, and that's the first time in a long time that she's been able to do so. And people are still going to use things against her, and you know what, I feel like Charlotte has been vindicated. And I'm not speaking for Charlotte, just like JJ wasn't speaking for Charlotte. We're speaking of our relationship with Charlotte. And she is who she seems. She's a motherly figure to us. And we love her because of that. We don't just blindly follow her. We're not just, like Charlotte, we don't care, we love you. We're not crazed. We're not crazed stans. We're people that can think logically and critically. And we came to the conclusion that this is somebody that still deserved to be supported. And I am so glad that many of us stuck it out with her. I am so glad, and I'm so pleased that she's finally being seen for who she is, and people can stop it. And this is what we're talking about. This is how harassment and bullying and being in certain cliques can do so much harm to someone, and that's not okay. Her being upset, and then if she's emotional, it's called sad fishing, and I'm gonna speak for me. I've given super chats when I can, and I do it. I'm lucid. I'm not out of my mind when I do it. I know what I'm doing, and I give it freely out of love and support. None of us are doing it to, irk somebody else. It's not about anybody else. It's about Charlotte. She doesn't request it. She tells us don't do it. She got so much hate that she was asking people not to support her. Like, how is that okay for someone to have to feel this way? That they have to tell people that want to support her to stop because she keeps getting so much hate. It's not okay. And I'm very, very happy to see what is happening. And I support her, and I support all my friends. And I'm going to get off too because my phone's about to die because I talked a hole in your ears. But I genuinely stand behind everything I've said. And if all of us just took a moment to think before we put anything out, if we're upset, if you're upset, if you're frustrated, take a moment to think before you type it out. Take a moment to think before you say it, because that can change someone's complete day. A positive word can change someone's day, and a negative word can change someone's day. And you have a responsibility to be aware of that and try to do no harm. Try to do no harm. I love you all and thank you for letting me be on. I'll be in chat, but I've taken up enough time. Love you guys.
Well, thank you for coming up.
Anytime, Shirley. Thank you for having me.
Right. I'm gonna have to do more panels because I'm liking this.
Love you,
I like
Jojo.
panels. Too. Panels are cool.
Yeah, I need a better headset first, but because my headset's like it goes on and off, and I'm like, oh Jesus, that's why I'm like muted, with the camera off, because I'm over here fiddling with the headset and trying to keep up with the chat.
Yes, what's happening in chat?
So yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
that's where I might be headed if certain things don't stop. I have been talking with attorneys with everything that's been going on. And
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Because I stopped speaking of him.
Yeah.
Had
I
nothing to
did
do
too.
with it, but he just continues on.
It's never
and
ending.
On and on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's never ending. And I think that's the problem is he doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And but I've heard that he's going to other panels and now crying because of because people are going on Twitter and tagging at Team YouTube.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be so abusive to people. Then that wouldn't happen. Stop being abusive.
Exactly, but that's the thing. We ignored him. We didn't say anything. We stopped. We haven't said anything about him, but he's been going on and on and on and on and on, and it's got to the point now where it's just like, fine. You wanted. It's like you pushed us to the point where.
But isn't that the definition of harassment?
Yeah,
it is harassment.
It is harassment. Yeah.
I told him a while ago he was going to have the gay community, a bunch of people after him if he didn't stop.
Yeah.
But he just, you can't tell him nothing.
No, and he kept on pushing it, and it's like, I didn't contact him YouTube when I made that post. Other people did.
That's wrong with
Kelly, I don't know if you saw it in chat, but Boston Market now has this lemon cake with a lemon cream cheese filling. It's really good.
Man, shut up with the food. You don't bring it up until the end. What?
I was just out. I'm sorry.
People are hungry.
Man, don't you start with that food stuff now. Right? You're lucky I got a sandwich sitting here in front of me.
Oh, well, thank goodness.
Just saying. Oh my God, that's evil. Now, did you say lemon anything? Don't say lemon anything, because that is manna from heaven.
It is. It is.
Is it safe to mention I also got an apple pie?
I hate you right now.
Apple pie.
You need to take the day off. You got the job.
Apple pie.
Yeah, I got a whole one by mistake too. I was so high.
Man, by mistake.
Nice.
I'm sure you did by mistake.
No, I meant to get a whole lemon cake, but I got a slice of lemon cake and got a whole apple pie. So
Man.
I got vanilla ice cream in the freezer too. That's gonna be pretty good at 3 a.m.
What's with the?
Oh, he's showing off now.
Look. Listen, look.
I'm sorry. These are the Stoner Chronicles of 2021. My apologies.
All right, so yeah. I'm not going to police myself and not speak about things that are happening.
Yeah.
That are negative and abusive to people, just to appease people who are obviously like they have their own agenda and they're not even thinking about anyone but themselves. I'm not doing that. You know, I'm not telling anyone else what they should or should not do. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking for me. Okay.
Tell the truth and shame the
I don't.
devil.
Right. Exactly. And I'm asking everyone not to send hate to anyone or any of that. You know, let's all, you know, act as if we're grown-ups and be polite.
Yeah. This is true.
I will say this. I do think when you repeatedly jump into somebody's live stream and they're trying to ignore you, you are deliberately going out of your way.
Yes.
And
And that's what he's been doing.
Yeah. So he's picking who he's going to do that to. That's
He's what?
I don't respect. He's selecting who he's going to do that to. He wouldn't do that to it. Like he's picking his target, but he's going after people, you know, that he thinks he can, you know, get taken advantage of. But there are channels that are smaller than his. When he goes after like a channel like Charlotte's for whatever, he's like tag team.
Yeah, it's
it's
he
kinda sad.
purposefully targets people that he views as weak, and he thinks that I'm weak. Well, really? He thinks that Josh is weak. Baby, we have communities of really strong people standing behind us. We're not alone.
No,
But I think he's basing that on actual numbers and not the actual substance of the creators themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is.
I don't think he's able to see beyond his own desperate, just deep, desperate need for fame and fortune any way he can find it.
Yeah.
Can't see behind it.
Yeah, if you're glory seeking and star chasing a sociopathic homicidal killer, that's
not the killer,
to
though.
your character.
Yes.
So anybody dating that individual, you need to think about that. How far will he
what?
go?
Oh.
I said any
No.
potential ladies that might be dating that individual.
I don't want to think about that.
Just something to think about.
Hide the
that's
children.
like dating a John Wayne Gacy groupie.
Yeah, of course.
Ew.
I did not. Right, yeah, JJ says, can I please clarify that I did not say I wanted the smoke? I didn't. What I did was, because you can go back and watch the stream. The stream was not meant to be about him. I watched Charlotte's stream when he brought up Jackie's, what he said about Jackie, and I had my say about that, but I did not turn around and say I wanted the smoke. And it's been downhill ever since then.
I don't think you'd say a word like that, smoke.
It's
that's
not.
more of an American word, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, smoke in America means you get shot and smoke come out the gun.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I don't think I would use.
No,
I wouldn't use that vocabulary. But I think.
Well, no, nobody basically would use that vocabulary except the complete moron, which has been evidenced by what we're discussing.
Yeah. I have no idea what this smoke talk is about. I'm a middle-aged woman. I'm lost. It means basically I wanted him to come and have a go at me. I think that's what it means.
No,
so what
when
you're
they
trying
say
to
you
say,
want the smoke, they're talking about like he's a punk. He's gonna shoot you, like the smoke from a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
That bullet, that smoke, smoking gun. That's what he's talking about. He's a punk. He ain't coming to nobody with this. He ain't got no hand.
Yeah, so this guy will cause an argument in an empty room.
Well, it's going to have to get on a plane to come and do that. But no, I never turned around and said that.
He ain't getting on no plane.
No.
I ain't getting on no plane, fool.
Oh my god, that film, Snakes on a Plane. Yeah.
No, that's A-Team, isn't it? Mr. T. So I'm not getting on people.
B.A.
Yeah,
Baracus.
it is. I
Yeah,
got them too confused.
that's all
I'd use the term smoke as in politely saying,
Hey, Shelly,
I'd
you
like
look like
to
the
smoke
girl
with
from
you.
the A-Team a little bit.
Wait, what?
You kind of look like the girl from the A-Team a little bit.
I
right. Yeah.
don't know what you mean by that.
Well, remember the first season of the A-Team? It was 4 dudes and 1 lady.
Oh God, that
Then
was a
Yeah.
after
long time
the
ago, though.
yeah,
But
it
then
was
I
called the
realized,
1980s. Perhaps you were there.
yeah, well, I was born in the '70s, so I'm pretty sure. Um,
Yeah. You
I
don't look
mean,
it.
but upon thinking about it, I kind of sort of worked for a group that was, a bunch of ex-military dudes and me
hmm
running the office, kind of like the A-Team. Maybe
But
that
they were the
inspired my
AARP team.
work history.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You had your own A
Dun,
team.
dun.
Kind of, only they were more psycho, my guys.
So they were the
They were
302 team.
insane. Huh?
They were the
Sorry.
302 team.
I don't even know. Just a bunch of weirdos, man. Good people, and I missed them deeply. But man, they were
Yeah,
weird.
that's you.
You've rubbed something cough on them, you know what I mean? You're a lovely woman, you know that. You just get on with it. I'll listen to you a few times online. You're a nice
Usually how you.
person.
I'm sorry.
Well, thank you.
uh,
Yeah, I'm desperately trying to keep up with the chat. Has
it's
been pretty,
going fast.
yeah, it's pretty intense.
I think
Sharon Mayer was in her 20s in the 1980s. Cougar.
No. You could have been in your 20s in the
Guys,
1980s.
um,
I'm older than you.
Huh?
I'm older than you.
ah,
I was born in the
Does that-
60s.
I was born in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in the kind of mid 70s, so I'm old.
Yeah. No, you're not old. I'm not old. I'm 50 something. I don't feel old. I mean, I've got grandchildren. You know what I mean?
You're only as
I don't
old
feel
as you
old.
feel.
Yeah, of course. Mentally, I'm not old. I'm mad, but I'm not old.
So apparently we are 1 away from 600, I think.
Ooh, nice.
Come on.
I know, it's kind of amazing.
Your channel's
It's been
blown up
so-
over like the past month. It's like, wow.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Apparently, Benny Keys and Ren both think that they are building my channel. It's not the people with massive platforms that are actually sending people my way. It's these negative
Yes.
people who think that the world revolves around them. That's no.
No. And you see, the thing is, it's like you do good on your channel, so people are gonna come and subscribe and.
Sorry, folks, I got booted somehow.
Well, you see, at the same time, it's like, don't worry about it. It happens, you know what I mean? Things happen for a reason in life, you get me? So, like, I won't worry about it. Just do what you're doing. Both of you do what you're doing. You've got your channel, haven't you? And the lady's got her channel. Just relax. Just get on with it. Because what you're doing is all right, because it's working.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Little Red. Good to see you back.
Red.
Hello? Is that my headphones or?
No, it sounds like he's filling up his car tire.
Shh. Oh.
Is that me?
Can
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, yeah.
Okay.
That might be your speaker maybe making that weird sound that I'm hearing. Is anyone else
Hold on.
hearing that, or is it just my headset?
No,
I
heard it.
I can hear it too.
Okay, because my headset it sucks. I'm not even kidding.
Okay, I'm about to mute right now, so tell me if it goes away in 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it does. I had to
I think-
listen in carefully then.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, it's been weird for me seeing how men, like, if a man is doing things that they're out of line and they're horrible, and a woman calls them out for it, that man comes back with, "Oh, you're just a skank. You're a hoe.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Yes.
ugly. You're this. You're that." Instead of maybe looking at themselves and thinking, am I doing something wrong? If a victim's advocate, somebody who worked in that field and has that training, calls you out for conning people, then maybe, just maybe, you're actually doing something wrong.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
yes,
of course.
I'm speaking of Benny Keys.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah, I know.
But that's what people tend to do. They deflect their own stuff on other people
Yeah.
to make themselves feel better about themselves. It's like
Oh, yeah.
bullying, you know, like you would say, oh, this person's this person's that. They feel good at themselves for about 5 minutes, and then they still do it against other people. It's just the immature people that they're full of hate or dishonesty. Do you know what I mean? With their own lives, because they don't like themselves. You've got to like yourself before you like anybody else.
This is true. You do. But yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. I was gonna say something about. No, I was gonna say something about like advocacy stuff, but I can't remember what now.
It's his people have been coming to my channel, and I don't know if it's actually him or if it's actually people who are following him, because he apparently likes to do sock accounts. And they've just been saying things like I'm trying to pretend to be Bailey Syrian and just all this crap, and I'm like, since when? I don't do my makeup on my channel. I've done that like once or twice when I was getting ready for something. That's not the same thing, right? And knowing
even if you,
Bailey Syrian,
even if you're doing it, so what? What's she worried about?
It's
I think
taking a handful of feces and throwing it at a wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah. And the thing is, it's like
childish.
It's childish, but I think he's scared because we've established that you called him out and was like, a real victim's advocate wouldn't put things through a paywall.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm not, and I could, and I have the credentials, and I'm not.
Exactly. So it's like, and didn't someone say that he just woke up and decided to be a victim's advocate? I can't remember who said that.
Yeah, that's basically how it was described to me.
But that's
that was AZ said that, T-Spiracy, and some other people have said that too. It's not just her.
That was it. But it's like, that's not how that works. You need to have background.
You need to be trained.
You need to be trained to be a victim's advocate. Like,
I mean, you can be an ally. You could be an ally, sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
What he's saying he's doing is he doesn't have the training or experience or knowledge or empathy or compassion for real. Is this all about the money, man?
Yep.
I've watched all of his videos.
He shouldn't be talking to no woman about anything, any sort of problems.
Exactly.
He shouldn't be giving. He can't give out advice. He might be able to give out a bit of information, but he can't give out advice, and that's dangerous. People like him.
Yeah, and I'm still wondering. I'm still wondering what exactly he's going to teach people. How to con people? Is that what he's going to teach?
Yeah. And
You
if
know,
he ain't
it's
got no, if he ain't got no empathy, then fuck that. He's in trouble. It's about money to him.
yeah, and it's obvious, except to the people that he has bamboozled. You know, I'm going to go ahead and guess they're probably really nice people, kind-hearted, thoughtful people, but they've just been conned, and it's hard to admit it when you've been conned.
Yeah.
It is
It
really
is.
hard.
It is. It really is. And when you realize that you've been conned, you kind of go into this
Cognitive dissonance.
Horrible mode.
and you don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, because you're calling him out, the people that have been conned and maybe they realize it are coming to you and like are saying the things to you because they're like, I've just been conned, but I don't want to believe that I've been conned. And this woman's saying all these things, and I'm like, no, my brain can't handle it.
Yeah, and then the embarrassment of being conned.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they think it's getting under my skin, but actually it isn't. At this point, it's just becoming comical because Bailey Sarian is amazing, man. I wish I could do that woman. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna try to do what she does. But that's the whole point that I've been saying. I've been doing that for a while as a cover, and now I'm like, well, shit, I can't do that now, maybe, because I don't know if that would even now be a cover anymore. And that's kind of sad in a way.
But at the same time, that's a bit sick as well for that person to sit there and say what he's saying, and he wants to listen to people's deepest dark thoughts, and then not have no like empathy about anything. Nah, that's dangerous. That's evil and dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's my opinion. And how many people have been taken in by him already?
There's no telling. There's no telling because he goes from one con to another. It looks like from what I'm seeing.
Sociopath.
So you know, it's this one doesn't work, so let me try another one. And but he's not, you know, if he wants to actually do these things and help people for real, then he needs to go through and do the training. You know, just like I did.
Yeah. Because he needs to.
Because he's lived a lie.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you look at his criminal record, it doesn't, I mean, maybe he could have grown as a person, but when he's coming at people and verbally abusing people, that's not showing a change.
No.
Yeah,
it's like he's still in the prison. He thinks that he's trying to con people, so he still thinks he's in prison, and he thinks that everybody's an idiot, and he's a dangerous person in society.
Yeah,
and apparently he's deleting a bunch of his videos now, and he's saying that he's going to quit YouTube and all this and that, and he's going to stop trying to help people. Well, good, because what help are you really offering anyone?
You're a scumbag. Man's a scumbag. Yeah. For him to go around doing what he's doing is you get there's people that I normally chat to on a certain panel, and that's what they do. They go along YouTube and find people that are con men. You know, like people. There was one guy that was telling people to buy the spanners. Yeah, £3 a spanner, or you know. So then you know, like you've got a beef with someone, and he would say, "Give me £10, and you can knock their spanner off, and you have your own spanner." So you know, it was about money with this person. So these people got involved, and they got him off the internet.
Money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, of course. But
money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, it's the root of all evil.
Because if you look at what the other creators doing as well, then he's just doing it for money. He's doing it for the
Yeah.
clicks and the views, and yeah, it's trying to get people to watch his videos, so then you can get the AdSense revenue from it. So it is.
Yeah. Oh, that's over 1,000, isn't it? 1,000 subscribers, you get all of that, don't you? You get monetized.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
So,
And he's been
all
on
right.
YouTube for a long time, and he has 1,000, just over 1,000. Like, what?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a
Yeah,
reason
but-
for that.
Because he bought
Maybe,
them.
yeah. But he does have another channel though.
But you know, you can buy subscribers and views.
Yes, you can.
And this is what's happened with a few people. Like this guy, he's come online and he's gone, yeah, I got the 1,000, I'm up to the 1,000. I'm going to start giving out presents to my followers and that. And about an hour later, it went down to 600 because all the people that were subscribed to him took all their things out, or maybe YouTube seen it that he's bought them and took them away.
Yeah, yeah.
And
JJ.
if you're deceitful, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like you've got your own intuition. Everybody's got their own intuition.
Yeah.
So, like, if you feel funny about certain people that you're talking to, you at first, when someone starts lying, once they start lying once, then you can never trust them.
Yeah. That is true. By the way, JJ, are you being shady? I say this respectfully, but he sucks, and I say that respectfully. I know where you're going with that.
All right, y'all. It's been about 2.5 hours, just
It
about.
has, yes, it has.
So, and you know, it's gonna
Whose
be.
show is this? Sorry.
It's Words Are Power.
Oh, the Words Are Power. It's Earth show.
Yeah.
No, I like you. I see you all the time anyway. You don't really normally have panels, do you?
No, not normally, but this was just a situation where I wanted people to be able to say their piece and you know, heal, and you know, there's a lot of people getting hurt right now, and it has been for a while.
Yeah. If I say something to you, I think you should have more of these panels.
I'm thinking that I might have to. It kind of seems like there are a lot of people who just have been kind of had a lot pent in, and it's never a
they
good
need to
thing,
vent.
you know. Yeah. So we might. Do
And
that.
you'll be the good person to do that. You know that. I'm sorry for keep going over you, but you'll be a good person to do that because you've got that aura about you. You understand what I'm saying? You've got a nice aura about you. No, I don't mean because I'm saying that. It's like a lot of men would think it'd be automatically, oh, she fancies me because she's talking to me. No, I don't think like that. No, because you get men that think like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're a good person. And he's a good person as well, the other guy. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to leave you alone. Yeah, I'm going to bail out. Have a nice morning and a nice night. God bless.
Right. Thank you for stopping by.
All right, bye.
Wait, whose husband looks like a rock star? Baby girl, turn that down.
Has anyone said your husband looks like a rock star? I think she's talking to you.
I mean, he does
Marcus.
kind of, actually.
He does kind of, yeah.
So, and that works
He
in
does.
his favor. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it does, yeah. So what time is it now? It's
for me it's 8:30,
for
but
me,
I think
for me it's 2:30. For
Oh,
me it's
damn,
2:30. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna jump off here. I have to do dinner for baby girl and all that good stuff.
Aw,
But this has been
nice.
really good. Thank you to
Yeah.
everyone who has stopped by. I appreciate it. You know, it's you know, I'm hoping that this actually helps people to feel like it's okay for you to speak your opinion, even if everyone else is saying, do you know what I mean? As long as you're not being like sexist, misogynistic, homophobic, like negative about it, it's okay. As long as you're not trying to con people and like hurt people, it's okay.
Yeah.
How everyone feels is valid, unless you're
Yeah.
hurting people.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
and also to Little Red, I'm sorry that for how you've been treated. That's not even right, dude. It's not
It's
right.
not. It really isn't.
And I'm sending you hugs.
Yes.
You're always welcome on my panel, because I've been on your panel like twice, I think, or something. Whatever. Yeah. Hey, farmer girl, Night Runner. Hey, Night Runner, how you doing? We're just about to jump off here. It's good to see
That
you,
we
though.
are.
I'm trying to. This chat keeps jumping like y'all would
Yeah.
not believe how it
Yeah,
jumps.
mine does too. I'm like, you're trying to read something and then it just jumps, and you're like,
It just.
ah.
I'm
You're
like,
just like, ah.
damn, man.
Yeah, it
This has
happens
been
to me.
It's been a really good live. Thank you to everyone who came on panel. I might just start doing panels. I mean, I'm kind of getting used to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, panels are
So
interesting.
I might just start doing it, because there are a lot of people who've been emailing. And yes, if you have like a YouTube handle or whatever, and you just want to jump on panel because you're not comfortable typing things out for certain reasons, I will start doing panels for you for that reason. If I'm responding to people in emails right now. So yeah, I will be doing that. If that helps someone to be able to talk about what they're going through, then I'll do that. Right on, Little Red. I mean, it's your channel. You can do what you want to with it. And if you're exhausted and falling asleep, a lot of people are exhausted right now and
Yes.
going through a lot of
And
shit right now.
I just want to point out that people were saying that Little Red was tired because of a medication, and I'm on gabapentin myself, and it does make you tired. I will turn around and say that, because silly me, wasn't taking my medication for about a week, and I just started taking them again. And trust me, it makes you tired.
I had to take gabapentin one time they had to do a procedure on me to check for something, and they gave me one or two of them afterward. I took half of one. I was knocked the fuck out, like I was in a coma. All right, like it wasn't even a joke.
It just comes up
And I
on you,
was
and
not.
it's just like,
Yeah, I wasn't even prepared. I was told I would be fine, whatever. But that stuff is strong, man. I don't.
it is. It is very strong, but gabapentin is a strong medication. So
Yes, it is. And this right here, community is supposed to be about supporting people, not being a bitch and throwing people under the bus and
yes,
saying foul things about people.
exactly that.
And backing people who are hurting people in the community.
Exactly.
Come on now.
That's
not right.
We're all here to support each other, and that's the reason why, I could have left Little Red stream if I wanted to when that happened, but I stayed on because at the end of the day, her chat was freaking out a little, and I wanted to make sure that she was okay.
I mean, it scared me for a minute there. I was watching, and I let people know in Discord, because I have a 3-year-old, so I couldn't stay on the chat. But
yeah,
that's me. I worry about people, right?
yeah.
But for me, I'm like, does she have a health issue? Is she just exhausted? It looks like she's moving stuff in this room. What's going on?
Yeah.
Is everything okay? But I'm not going to jump on a live and say, oh, she's doing this and that. What the fuck, dude?
No, it's not.
Jump to the worst possible conclusion and then make that public. Wow.
It's just wrong. It's just wrong. And you don't know what someone's going through health-wise and stuff like that. And I'll fully admit this, I'm not the most healthiest person. So when I went out today, went out for shopping and everything, and I came back and I was just like, I'm tired, and I took a nap. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I have flare-ups, and I'll be sitting in this chair, and I'll be lucky if I can move, or it just happens. Chronic
It
illness is a
happens.
thing.
It is a thing. It happens.
Um,
And people shouldn't be evil online and attack people because of that.
Yeah, that's just it speaks volumes about the person who's doing it, not so much about the person it's being targeted at, really, and my way of thinking. And I don't know, that's just not right. But yeah, I might do more chats, like panels. It's
Yeah.
kind of, I need a better headset. I might have to borrow Marcus's headset. I have his ring cam.
Just go and rub all his equipment. I do it to Chris all the time. I'm like, I want this, and this.
Well, he's always stealing my sodas. So
it's justified. You can go and rub his headset. That's it.
yeah, it works out. You know what I mean? I need a new headset. This thing is not right. But yeah, so thank you for everyone who's been on here. Please remember that you have the right to say no, and your no should be respected. There should be a lot more respect going on all over the place.
Yeah.
Move with kindness. Just, how do you want to be treated? Do you want to be treated with kindness? Then treat others with kindness. It's not hard to do. Good Lord. And stop conning people.
So,
and
Ballistic Comics just made me laugh.
Benny Keys, you are not building my channel. You are not that important. Wait, who? I'm not. I think that one.
I think that people are saying that about her. I think, I'm not too sure, which is people shouldn't be saying that about you, Red. I need to invest in a headset too. I mean, the headset I've got's pretty good. It sort of cuts out when you go and do things, though.
Yeah, every time I move my head the wrong way, it cuts out. Like I can't hear you.
Oh, see, mine.
Yeah.
Mine only. It doesn't cut out like me hearing things. It turns my voice robotic when I go into the kitchen or something. Say that again for the people in the back. Yes.
Yes, that's I mean, if you want to be treated kindly, then treat people kindly, because there's a lot of people who've been doing some foul things. Just you can always change the path you're walking on. You can change the path you've been on, and we're seeing people who are realizing that and going from the negative to the positive. You can do that at any time.
That you can. You so can.
All right, so don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, ring the bell, hit all. Josh has a channel.
I do.
Sharemare, are you? I don't have the link to your channel. Yeah, no, he's certainly not. No, I have channels that are shouting me out that are huge, and I'm like, I'm not getting people from.
No, you're not. There you go. Shamash just put it in chat.
There's Josh's channel. You're making me want to play The Sims again, by the way. Just putting that out there. Damn it, man. I got away from it.
It's addictive. It's addictive.
It is. It is. Back when I used to play it on PC, I had custom costumes and all kinds of things.
Yes, it's a good game.
Yeah. All right. Apparently, Waxy Trubala Wax is live now. Right now.
She's live now. Yeah.
That. I hope she's okay. I hope everyone's okay. Damn it! Take a breath. Hydrate. Yes. Trigger your senses. Your positive senses. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Sure.
Here's Sharemare's. What are you doing? Baby girl is doing laundry. Sharemare has a channel with the guinea pigs, and they're cute.
They are. They're very cute.
There it goes again. All right, y'all. I'm gonna jump off here. You wanna say bye bye? Bye bye. All right. Bye, guys. I'll see y'all later.
Bye,
tomorrow.
everyone.
Bye. Bye. Sweetheart.